YouTube first.
Hi folks, welcome. Hopefully third time's the charm. People are starting to connect on Facebook and YouTube. It says it's playing, it says excellent connection. I have no idea. Let's find out. So
just blame either YouTube, Facebook or your Nana.
Just-
Man.
I'm being told to blame Nana, but I would never do that. I would feel very guilty if that was the case. Welcome if you're playing on YouTube, if you're playing on Facebook, however you are joining the party. I think we're there. I think it's working. I'm running at the lowest quality, everything I possibly can, so that it should reach you. Hopefully you can hear me. That is an important part. If you can hear me on Facebook, give me a thumbs up, please. That would be super helpful. If you feel like making me feel better, you can give me a heart emoji. That would be much appreciated also. I need it right now. And also a drink. All right, we're about to play the quiz. Before we do, I'm going to quickly pour myself a drink, a Jack Daniels and Pepsi Max. Everyone needs a drink right now. Yeah. If I'm talking fast, it's because my heart exploded during that break right there. So I've had to replace it with a new heart that I made myself out of the parts of the computer I'm breaking in my head. All right.
You've got to make some of those pomadas or something again. You've been on the Jack and Coke for a while now. You should make some cocktails, I think, for a Saturday quiz.
Michelle thinks cocktails are the way forward, so maybe we'll make sangria or pomadas next week. Okay, welcome. It's working perfectly now. Thank you, David, and the quality looks okay to you. That's fantastic. Thank you. All right, team names, you're going to have to shove them up on the screen as we go along. Welcome to the party, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lopez Quiz. Let's start if I can get the slides up. It's Saturday, yeah. What other way do we know it's Saturday than I'm losing my mind at my computer? All right, so let's load these slides if they're working because I had to restart. I need a producer. I need somebody who is a producer who does this thing professionally, who knows how to do all of this stuff, to come around, self-isolate with me. Okay, slides loading. They will all come flashing up on my screen any second now. I think. I hope. Is that working? My computer's slowing down again. As long as it's okay to you guys, that's all is important to me. And if the slides don't work, I'll just make up questions as I go along. How does that sound? We'll come up with a quiz. Una said lowest quality everything is the extent of her CV. I've been considering updating my CV recently. It's saying, okay, it's starting to load the slides, being very slow. I think it's done it multiple times. All right, let's give that a look. All right, so there's going to be 5 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. The first one is called useless information. Some quiz masters might call it general knowledge, but I don't think much about what's in here is general. It's basically just silliness. So grab your pen and paper. Hope you've got some drinks and snacks there. I haven't been inventive tonight with the drinks. I'm just having Jack Daniels and Pepsi Max.
And if you're new, don't put the answers.
Yes, if this is your first time playing Lopez Quiz, please do not put the answers in the comments. Do not comment with the answers. Just write them down on your piece of paper. After each round, I will recap the questions. Then I will give you the answers. And then you're going to be marking your own paper, all right? This is, we're on a trust basis. It's with a trust system going on. So do not cheat yourselves. The only person you're harming is yourself, all right? And me. You hurt my feelings. Okay, so we got plenty of teams here. Let's do this. We're gonna have some fun together. Don't worry about it. And if during the course of the quiz you would like to share your setup with me, any pictures, if you want to take a picture of you flicking me the V or middle finger for messing up with the streaming earlier on, stick it up at Comedy Lopez on Twitter or Instagram, hashtag Lopez Quiz, so I can see it. I would much appreciate it.
Last week, that was funny.
Yeah, last week the viewers we had were we had somebody on their setup. Susan, I believe, took a picture of a hedgehog watching in her garden, right? They had it up on the screen and there was a hedgehog watching, which to be honest made my night, all right? Because I'm a big hedgehog fan. Let's do this. Let's get some questions out there. We're starting very, very late. Question 1, round 1. Canada and Russia came first and second in the list of countries with the northernmost points. What are numbers 3 and 4 in this list? So in the top 4 most northern countries, what are 3 and 4? Canada and Russia are first. So let me know. Write it down on your pen and paper. You get a point for each correct country. If you don't know the answer, take a guess. All right. I'm going to give you a clue. It's not no countries south of the border. All right. So pick countries that are north of the border, and you will have of the equator, and you will have a good chance of getting closer. So we're going for the most northern countries. You get a point for each one. Canada and Russia first. What are 3 and 4 on that list of countries? That is question 1. Question 2. Just take a guess if you don't know the countries. Just make up a country if you don't know the answer. I tell you what, I'll play with you tonight because I've completely forgotten the answers because I've been so stressed out with the technical difficulties. I'm going to get that tattooed on my forehead. Technical difficulties. Question 2. Which food is eaten the most throughout the world? I mean, judging by the start of lockdown, it was pasta, but clue, it isn't pasta. All right. Which food is eaten the most throughout the world? For 1 point. Write it down on your piece of paper. Let's check out some of these team names while I'm doing these questions. Bugs Life are still playing. Scruffy looking nerf herders back in the house. Kumtawi Quizheads, welcome to the party. Fiesta Firebomb. Trucker Tuckers ready to go. Team Fat Yoda here. Dumb and Dumber in Pontedau again. It's great because we're getting lots of regular teams coming back and playing. I feel like we should start a league table. All right, maybe we get up to that in month 7. Give me 4 more weeks to figure out the technical difficulties, and maybe we do a league table. We figure this out. All done. It's all looking good. All right, great. Team name Yo Solo. Linda saying I might have better luck if you make them up, the questions or the answers, I'm not sure. All right, question 3. This is quite a difficult one for me to read because I am not fluent in German. For each of the following titles of fairy tales in German, give the English name. All right, so there's 4 titles of fairy tales. You have to tell me the names in English. If you speak German, you have a bit of an advantage because these are just straightforward, the original names that are being translated into English. Okay, so A, this is A, B, C, and D. You get a point for each correct one. A, Des Kaisers New Kleider. All right, Des Kaisers New Kleider. That is A. B is Schneewittchen. Oh, sorry, Schneewittchen. Schneewittchen. All right, that is B. C, I apologize for my pronunciation, any German speakers. Das Häusliche Entlein. Das Häusliche Entlein. Okay. D. Oh, my Siri thought I was talking to it then. I'm not talking to you, Siri, all right? I don't know what part of Das Häusliche Entlein thought I was talking to Siri, but my phone started going off. And D, the final one, Die Prinzessin auf der Erbse. Erbse. Is that how you pronounce it? Erbse? Die Prinzessin auf der Erbse. So 4 points, 1 for each correct one. My phone is waking up. Stop it, Siri. Don't answer the question. Don't give the answers away. Siri's going to be like, finding translations. Don't do it. So yeah, you give me the one for each. If you don't know the answer, guess. There's not that many fairy tales in the world, are there? I don't know. Question 4. How many seconds are there? How many seconds are there in a quarter of an hour? How many seconds are there in a quarter of an hour? Bethan saying, excellent, one of us speaks German. Well, they've got the advantage. Oh yeah, I should mention some of the drinking games that people enjoy to play. Michelle just come up with one. Michelle said, drink every time you don't know an answer. She said she'd be sloshed. Michelle's got no clue of the answers this week because I wrote them separately, the questions. In fact, I wrote them so much earlier this week, I have forgotten most of the answers. Welcome, I'm glad you're still around. Zebra Brush. Michelle's looking forward to a league table next week if we can do it. That's sweet. Ray saying, in honor of Chadwick Boseman, he's saying Wakanda. It was incredibly sad news. Woke up to find that out today. So it is my absolute heart goes out to Chadwick's family and all fans of his work everywhere, and obviously the Wakanda fans, the Black Panther fans. What an incredible actor. It's heartbreaking that he's gone. So Wakanda is a lovely sentiment. Thank you, Ray. But it's not the correct answer. All right. So I just want to be clear about that. The other drinking games include, you can drink every time I mention Michelle. That's probably the most common thing that will happen over the course of the quiz, because Michelle is here in the flat with me. She helps out with everything, apart from the technical stuff. All right, I can't blame her for that. So every time I mention Michelle, you can take a drink. That's one way of playing. You can also drink. I was about to say you can drink every time I forget to mute or unmute the microphone, but you could just drink every time there's a technical hitch, to be honest with you, in which case you have to down whatever drink you poured first of all, because we started so late because of technical hitches. So those are the drinking games. And also you can drink when I drink, all right? It doesn't have to be an alcoholic drink. If you just poured yourself a nice hot coffee and I down a drink, you have to scald your throat drinking that coffee. Question 5, this is a challenge. Drawing challenge. So pass the pen and paper to whoever is the best artist in your group. If you're playing solo, this is your chance to shine. All right, give it a shot. So for 3 points, you have to draw 3 things for me on this piece of paper using your mouth. Put your pen in your mouth. I'm going to have a go when I give you the answers. Put your pen in your mouth and you need to draw 3 animals for me. All right, you're going to be drawing a duck, a giraffe, and a sheep. Okay, duck, giraffe, sheep. We fed some ducks yesterday, my niece and I, Holly and I, and also Michelle and my mom. We threw some seeds at the ducks. They could not be more nonplussed. All right, these ducks didn't give a monkeys. All right, there were no monkeys there. These ducks did not care. We're throwing them seeds. They were like, what? We get seeds all the time. No hummus? This is ridiculous. I think they were posh ducks. Michelle mentions there that yes, mute and unmute always makes her laugh. I do it a lot. Right, I'm going to give you a timer for this. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to draw these 3 animals. All right, your 2 minutes begins now. Give it a go. Have a shot. 2 minutes to draw 3 animals. You can do it, but it's with your mouth. Put the pen in your mouth, pen to paper, give it a shot, or draw on the wall. Some people have whiteboards. That's a great idea. I have a whiteboard. I might give it a try if I can find the whiteboard pens. Bought a new whiteboard a few weeks ago, a cheap one, and first thing I did was draw on it with permanent marker, because I am an idiot, ladies and gentlemen. So I said duck, giraffe, and sheep, of which you have a minute and a half left to draw them, and Ray said, aren't those the things Trump had to identify on his test? Close. I think it was man, woman, person, camera, television, something like that. I can't remember what the cognitive test was. So I heard that, I think it was beginning of August, maybe, he said this. And I remember those things. He was just naming things in front of him, and he thinks that's a cognitive test. Last time Martin went to feed the ducks some bread, the bread was frozen, and the wife just ended up throwing frozen bread as the ducks ran away. The whole thing, was it a loaf? Did you just shunt a loaf towards the ducks? Because that's like a breeze block. I imagine they ran away. I imagine they splashed away when it caused a wave, a tidal wave in the pond, wherever it was. Permanent marker comes off with hairspray. Teach another. We used makeup remover. All right, makeup remover is also very good for that kind of thing. I know from my college days, because sometimes makeup remover, as a lapsed goth that I am, I had more of that than I had like paint thinner and stuff like this. I didn't have hairspray. That was not something I did. All right, you've got about 10 seconds left. All right, 10, 9. You get the idea. I'm not going to count on the whole thing. So hopefully your animals are looking pretty cool. I would love to see them. All right. So even though you're going to be marking these yourself, honestly, what you need to do for me also is stick them up on Twitter or Instagram. I'm making a huge collage. I'm going to wallpaper my flat with it. Send it over to Instagram or Twitter, hashtag Lopez quiz, so I can see it. I love to see your drawings, all right? They cheer me up, even when my computer I want to throw my computer out the window, okay? Right, let's give you a recap of the questions. I'm going to try and read the German, even though it's very small on my screen. Canada and Russia come first and second in the list of countries with the northernmost points. What are numbers 3 and 4 in this list? So 2 countries I'm looking for there. Some extra advice there from the crew. They're saying that a blowtorch works well also to get permanent marker off a whiteboard. I am glad we were not in the same art class. Question 2, which food is eaten the most throughout the world? All right, believe it or not, it's not pasta. Doesn't matter what lockdown has taught us, it's not pasta or toilet paper. All right, I know some people switch to toilet paper in their diet. I don't know how much fiber that brings them. Question 3, for each of the following titles of fairy tales in German, give the English name. Des Kaisers New Kleider. All right, Des Kaisers New Kleider. That's A. B is Schneewittchen. Schneewittchen. Okay, that's B. C. Das hässliche Entlein. Das hässliche Entlein. Okay, and D is die Prinzessin auf der Erbs. I don't know how you pronounce that last word, herbs. It looks like how Americans pronounce herbs, but that is not how it's spelled. Die Prinzessin auf der Herbs. It's not herbs, it's herbs. 4 points. Question 4. How many seconds are there in a quarter of an hour? How many seconds are there in a quarter of an hour? I should know because I was counting those seconds as we were trying to get the tech to work at the start of the quiz. Question 5. Using your mouth, draw the following animals: duck, giraffe, and sheep. For 3 points. You get 1 for each animal. You're going to be grading it yourself. So 11 points in total for this round. Let's give you the answers. I think it's about time to move straight on. So the first answer is Norway and the USA. Norway and the USA. So that is, I mean, also Norway is can be a very cold place. That makes sense. Would not have guessed the USA, to be honest, because Canada is up there. But I guess, yeah, you've got like Alaska that goes up pretty high. Makes sense. Hello, Phil. Welcome to the party, my friend. You and Kim only just getting in, but it looks like you weren't far behind. No, did you suffer from technical difficulties like I did? I've written a letter. My MacBook has joined Steve Jobs, so maybe he can fix it where he is. Question 1 was Norway and then the USA. Question 2, what is the most eaten? Are you getting bonus points for tweeting the drawings? Yes, I'll give you 10 bonus points if you tweet or stick the drawings on Instagram, okay? This could be what sets you up, high up on the leaderboard. That's imaginary tonight, but I'll get it sorted for next month. Question 2, the most eaten food throughout the world, it is rice. Rice, obviously, that makes sense. Every country has their own variation on rice. For instance, in Spain, we eat lots of rice dishes, meat and rice, carne y arroz, and also paella. That's very popular, as you can imagine, in Spain. Different countries cook it in different ways. In different parts of Asia, you get things like jollof rice, and East Asia, chow mein, things like this. In the UK, Chinese takeaway, Indian takeaway. Every country's got its own way of cooking rice. The UK doesn't; it just uses other people's. Question 3. These are the fairy tales. So my pronunciation probably butchered them even more. But we've got The Emperor's New Clothes was the first one. B was Snow White. Just called Snow White. No seven dwarfs in the original. They were in the original. It's just called Snow White. C was The Ugly Duckling. Bit of a duck theme going on at the moment. D was The Princess and the Pea. So I'm guessing herbs is pea in German. Erbse. Or Prinzessin is pea and Erbse is princess for some confusing reason. No, that's not the case. Princess and the Pea. So 4 points. 1 for each correct one. Did you get it, folks? I hope I didn't butcher the German so bad that even the German speakers got them wrong. Question 4. How many seconds are there in quarter of an hour? All right, so I'm hoping you didn't use a calculator. I'm hoping you did it mental arithmetic. I've calculated it. It is 400 million seconds. It's not. It's 900, ladies and gentlemen. 900 for 1 point. Congratulations, Fiona. You got all of the fairy tales right. That's great news. Woohoo for the German. For Bethan, she said this also. We have rice pudding, you pudding. Pudding's a nice term though, isn't it? It's not like calling somebody a plum. Plum is my favorite British insult. I have adopted that into my lexicon. I say it often. I tell people, I call them plums all the time. But pudding is a nice thing. It's a term of endearment, so I do not mind being corrected or shouted at. You didn't learn about ugly ducklings in German class. What were you doing in German class, Ray? Question 5, this is the drawing challenge coming up now, isn't it, for 5? Yes. All right, so 3 animals. Let me get some paper Do I have any paper anywhere? Yes, give me a moment. Let me get paper and a pen. Ah, no, I'll use the whiteboard. I've got the whiteboard here. I'll give it a try on the whiteboard. It's actually a very chunky one. This was not necessarily a good idea. And there are the whiteboard pens. Ah, no expense spared, ladies and gentlemen. Just making sure I haven't drawn anything rude on the whiteboard before I start. So, using your mouth, you had to draw a duck, you had to draw a giraffe, and you had to draw, what was the last animal? A sheep, obviously. Okay, so we're going to start off with the duck. Hoo-ha! And there you have it, a perfect drawing of a duck, ladies and gentlemen. That is my duck. I don't know how much of that 2 minutes I've got left, but I would give myself full marks for that duck right there. He looks very happy, not like the ducks we tried to feed seeds to yesterday. Do they eat seeds? Is that the mistake we made? What do ducks eat? You tell me. That is not a bonus question. Second one, giraffe. Okay, here we go. Quick giraffe. I haven't done the spots or the tail yet. There we go, that's my giraffe. I think that would pass, that's quite an easy one. Or it's a llama with an incredibly long neck and an interesting coat on. And the final one was a sheep. This is the easiest one because a sheep, as we all know, is a cloud with a face and legs. And there you go, that is my sheep right there for you. I hope you can see it, and a reflection on my computer screen back at you as well. So I've given myself 3 out of 3 for that. Who needs Art Attack? Steve Buchanan would be rolling in his grave if he was dead. He isn't, he's still alive. We haven't got the bigger enough paper for drawing. Ducks have been eating bread for centuries. True, that's true, isn't it? They got to, you know, they've moved on to much simpler foods. Embarrassing fact, I used to have an imaginary giraffe when you were a kid. Ah, did you draw that specific imaginary giraffe? Has it brought back lovely memories for you? Sorry, so Gary has to be going. Hasta luego. Take care, Gary. No problem. Catch you next time. Sneaky blinders are apparently good at German. Okay, good to know. Well, I hope you got 3 points for the drawing round, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of that. Here's a recap of round 1. So 11 points in total you would have got if you wrote down Norway and the USA for 2 points. Rice, 1 point. The Emperor's New Clothes, Snow White, The Ugly Duckling, and The Princess and the Pea. 1 point for each correct one there. 900 seconds in quarter of an hour. And finally, it was the drawings. So what you have to imagine is if you walked up to a stranger with your drawings and you said, hey, what 3 animals have I drawn? They have to tell you, you have to be honest with yourself. Would they tell you the 3 animals that you have drawn? All right. Or would they have said, that's a llama with an interesting coat on? All right. So 11 points in total. How did people do? We got a Nerd Immunity had 10 points. I've been told I have frozen for Rian Bellamy. If you refresh, or maybe I was just taking a very long time to draw. Maybe we're back there. Very Welsh looking sheep. That is actually a New Zealand sheep. That was a Kiwi sheep. You are being racist. You did a good sheep drawing. You got to love a pun, haven't you? A good one or a bad one. You can't beat it. He was talking drawing, so needed more time. 19 out of 21, including bonus points. So yes, if you tweeted your pictures at me, which it isn't too late to do, by the way, all right? If you've taken pictures and you want to share me, no matter how bad they are, no matter how great they are, post them up on Twitter or Instagram, you get bonus points. You get 10 bonus points. Hashtag Lopez quiz, that's important. 4 out of 11 for Storm. Don't worry, it's not too late to get those bonus points. 17 out of 11 out of overloaded encoders, which that's a great score, including the bonus. I'm guessing you haven't just chucked in some points for yourself. 9 for you, plus 10 for tweeting. Well done. 10 points for Alison. 18 for Quarantinis. Okay, still going okay, still working on YouTube. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that was round 1. Let us move on to round 2 swiftly, because we are running late. Question 1. Diana Ross, I thought these were answers for a moment, I thought that really messed up. Diana Ross, Florence Ballard, and Mary Wilson formed what? Alright, Diana Ross, Florence Ballard, and Mary Wilson formed what? Okay, for 1 point. This is the music round, by the way. I should have maybe preempted this question with that, although I think Diana Ross being in there kind of gives it away. 7 for Philly Tang. That's good. Not too late to tweet or Instagram, my friend. You can pick up those bonus points. Bob Sanderson, 17 out of 11 now. Smart move. Picked up those bonus points. That is the way to play. It's all about the bonus points. Question 2 in the music round. How many times does Shaggy say "it wasn't me" in his song "It Wasn't Me"? All right, this was everywhere when this song came out. It was a staple on every radio station. There was a proper version and there was a censored version because there was some dirty language used, kind of. 20 in another can? No, I'm okay. Actually, I'll take it anyway if I need it. So Michelle is delivering me more Pepsi Max in case I need some non-sugar. I always think in my head, it's like, oh, this will give me energy, and it doesn't. I don't even know if it has caffeine in it, does it? It's sugar-free, but does it have caffeine?
Maybe you get from everything going on.
It does have caffeine in it. It does have caffeine in it. So even if that doesn't kick in now, I won't be able to sleep. So I won't be having nightmares about my computer. How many times does Shaggy say "it wasn't me" in his song? It wasn't me. Bonus. There's a bonus question. I forgot I'd written this. What is Shaggy's real name? All right. What is Shaggy's real name? Just to point out, this is the music round, not the Scooby-Doo round. All right. So we're talking about a different Shaggy. All right. There's a Jamaican rapper and R&B. He's a great musician. Created many hits, and his name is Shaggy, all right? He's not a Scooby-Doo character. How many times does Shaggy say "it wasn't me" in his song "It Wasn't Me"? Bonus, what is Shaggy's real name? So 2 points up for grabs in that question. Question 3. Who is the lead singer of Whitesnake? Who is the lead singer of Whitesnake? Bonus, which band were they previously in? Which band were they previously in? All right, for 2 points. You might have seen that this person actually tweeted a screenshot of something I tweeted. So this might give it away for you. Who is the lead singer of Whitesnake? Bonus, which band were they previously in? Your mom has asked, what am I looking at? No, I'm okay, thank you. So Michelle's mom just asked, is this for oldies? I'm guessing about the music round, not the specific question about Shaggy. And Rhea said, hope so. So I think it's a good mix of questions in here anyway. Who was the lead singer? No, your mom's not old, that's true. We only went and celebrated her censored birthday a couple of weeks ago. Who is the lead singer of Whitesnake? Bonus, which band were they previously in? All right, so there's 2 points up for grabs in this one. Question 4. Between the years 1999 and 2006, which singer sold the most amount of albums worldwide? Okay, I don't know why it says most amount. Between the years, I rushed this question, didn't I? Between the years 1999 and 2006, which singer sold the most amount of the terribly structured sentence? Between the years 1999 and 2006, which singer sold the most albums worldwide? Which singer sold the most albums worldwide? For 1 point. If you don't know, just take a guess. It's not Shaggy. Okay? He had quite a lot of hits, but the albums never sold as well as his singles. But we're talking about albums. Which singer sold the most albums worldwide between 1999 and 2006? Yeah, imagine if it was the Shaggy from Scooby-Doo singing that song, it would have been about something completely different, not getting caught cheating on his girlfriend, that guy. It probably would have been like him giving Scooby-Doo advice from eating sandwiches or stealing Scooby snacks. Just say it wasn't you, Scoob. Question 5. I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing was the biggest selling single in the UK in 1972. I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing was the biggest selling single in the UK in 1972. Who performed it? All right, who was that song by? If this isn't the film and television round, so I don't feel like I'm spoiling the answer by giving you this clue. It featured in the final scene of Mad Men, all right, when it completely wrapped up. Final scene, this song featured, all right? I'm not telling you the context, so I'm not spoiling it for you if you haven't watched the show. It's a great show. Why haven't you watched it yet? Mad Men, it's been off the air for years. It's great. Go watch it. I think it's on Netflix still. But yes, I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing was the biggest selling single in the UK in 1972. Who performed it? For 1 point. Question 6. Right, this is the music intro. I have completely forgotten to prepare a song for the music intro. I've just realized. So I do have my guitar. So I'll play something. And how it works is I'm going to just play a song. You have to tell me the name of the original artist and the name of the song. All right, so you get a point for the artist and you get a point for the name of the song. Is this tuned into drop D? No, it's not in tune at all. It's passable. That's not the song. I'm trying to think of a song to play. Oh no. Okay, I think I've got one if I can remember how to play it. I don't think this is the exact chords, but it's the same kind of, it's the riff. Let me try and remember it. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I remember, and this is an easy one. If you don't get this one, then something is wrong. Desperately want to go in and sing the song, but I'm not going to. So I play for you one more time. This is the song intro. Name the name of the song and the original artist. All right. I think that's pretty simple. If you don't know it, then that's my bad, and I apologize. I should have prepared something. The bad news. I'm not doing Stairway to Heaven. No, that doesn't happen. So Alison Huddlestone's mother loved the I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing, so you should know who it's by. That would be useful. All right, so that is the end of the music round. Here is a recap of the questions before I give you the answers. Question 1, Diana Ross, Florence Ballard, and Mary Wilson formed what? For 1 point. I'm taking a drink now if you can't quite make me out behind the letters on the blue screen of death. How many times does Shaggy say, "It wasn't me"? Phil saying he thinks they got done for copyright on it. All right, okay. It does. Well, that would be an interesting bit of trivia to maybe pick up. We'll find out when I give the answer for that. How many times does Shaggy say it wasn't me in his song It Wasn't Me? Bonus, what is Shaggy's real name? I would be super impressed if anyone guessed this one. I looked it up. I was like, I had no idea. Question 3. Who is the lead singer of Whitesnake? Who is the lead singer of Whitesnake? Bonus, which band were they previously in? For 2 points, one for each correct part of that question. Question 4. Between the years 1999 and 2006, which singer has sold the most albums worldwide? All right, between the years 1999 and 2006, which singer sold the most albums worldwide? 1 point. Question 5. I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing was the biggest selling single in the UK in 1972. Who performed it? I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing, biggest selling single in the UK in 1972. Who performed it? For 1 point. And question 6 was the music intro. So I played your music intro badly. If you recognize the song, you put down the name of the song and tell me the original artist. If you know that they got done for copyright for it, Phil, and there was another artist who wrote the riff, then we'll see if you get the bonus point. I'll Google it while while I'm giving the answers, if my computer is up to that. All right, question 1. Diana Ross, Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson. What did they form? It was the Supremes. The Supremes, ladies and gentlemen, for 1 point, obviously. Beverly feels like a Scooby snack right now. Good, that would be great. That's smart. Have I got any snacks for myself? Yes, I've got some Jaffa cakes tucked into the corner. Are they a biscuit? Are they a cake? I don't care. They're delicious. So question 1 was the Supremes. Question 2, how many times does Shaggy say it wasn't me? 14 times in the song. 14 times he tells his friend to deny being caught by his girlfriend doing something he should not have been doing. Eating Scooby snacks he should not have been, I think. 14 times. And also, what is Shaggy's real name? It is Orville Richard Burrell. Orville Richard Burrell. Burrell. Orville Richard Burrell. Like, where did Shaggy come from? There has to be a story behind it. I would love to know. But Shaggy's real name is Orville Richard Burrell, or in the mode of Scooby-Doo, Orville Richard Burrell. That's how Scooby-Doo would have said it. 14 times. It sounds a lot more than that. It does. Do you know what? I listened to it earlier just to check. I thought that the song was much longer than it was. And it repeats the verse at the end, but no chorus. It finishes on the verse, which without the It Wasn't Me, which is the part everyone remembers and knows. So it's an odd song. Who is the lead singer of Whitesnake? David Coverdale. David Coverdale. And he was previously in Deep Purple, for which they were inducted. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Deep Purple. Classic bands there. Love a bit of Whitesnake. And he tweeted one of my tweets this week about finding a diary. I found actually Michelle found the diary, so she gets credit for that one. It was very well spotted. A diary in John Lewis when we went out wearing our masks, and she spotted a diary which she showed me, and I took a picture and posted it. It said 2020, best year ever. The most ironic diary on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. So I posted that on Twitter, and David Coverdale shared it. Coverdale. Who was the best-selling artist between 1999 and 2006 in albums? Which singer sold the most albums? Britney Spears. Hashtag free Britney. Britney Spears. I don't know what some of these tweets are. Biscuits go soft, cakes go hard, then when stale. Jaffa cakes are cakes. That is true. I've also watched QI, my friend. They do say it on QI. And as we all know, everything on QI is correct. It's not always correct. But that is, I do agree with that Jaffa cakes are a cake, but they're mini cakes. They're the best kind of cake. Ray is saying, legally they are cakes. Illegally, they are delicious. Oh, nearly got the thing. Yeah, Michelle was saying it still costs £4.50. So the diary, 2020, best year ever diary, was reduced and it was £4.50. Now, even if it didn't have that ridiculous cover, which makes no sense this year because it's been an awful year for most people, we're finishing up August. Who would buy a diary with only 4 months left in it for £4.50? That's more than £1 a month for the worst year of all time. He's got, I mean, you know, you're going to get some money involved there for irony, but it's not worth it. It is cool he shared my post, but he screenshotted it. He didn't retweet it. I was annoyed about that. Retweet so people can see the original poster and follow them easily. Question 5. The New Seekers were the singers of I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. Neither are your answers. I don't know what we're talking about, my answers. My answers are what? What's wrong with my answers? Have I done something wrong? I don't know. Low in calories too. Jaffa cakes, they're not low in calories, are they? Or are you talking about that 2020 diary? That was probably low in calories. Hard to eat though. It was a very thick cover. What were we on? Yes, and 6 was, of course, so this is the music intro. You get a point for the name of the song and a point for the artist. When you're here before, I couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather. It's Creep by Radiohead. I'm a creep. That's not how high it goes. He does go high later on though, doesn't he? She's running out, she runs. She's running out, she runs, 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 runs. I wish I was special. So it was Creep by Radiohead. Phil, was it ripped off? Tell me, did Radiohead rip it off of somebody else? I know that at that time, in the 90s, everyone assumed every song with 4 chords was a Pixies song. So I do appreciate that. And it is a 4 chord, so it's not the 4 chord song. But if you got it right, you've heard it quite a few times played by Ignacio. I'm not the original artist of Creep. We could always put all our quiz dates with you. It's true. Just skip to the Saturdays if you get the diary. Everything is awesome. 2 points saved by Creep. But a Creep or Creep? Oh dear. 4 out of 9. Let's recap on all of the answers then. What are we looking at? The Supremes for 1 point. 14 times. Orville Richard Burrell. I would not have guessed. I thought it was more times than that, and also did not know his real name. David Coverdale. Deep Purple for 2 points. Britney Spears, best-selling singer between 1999 and 2006. And the New Seekers, I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. And the final one there for 2 points was Creep, Radiohead. 3 points for the San Portablos. Sorry to hear that, Rhiannon. I'm sure you put it back in a later round. Do not panic. Becky only got 3. Sorry to hear that, Becky. 3 out of 9 for Storm. Look up The Air That I Breathe by the Hollies. I will check it out if it's the same 4. Did they get done for copyright? Good. I don't like Tom York. He looks smug. He doesn't, I'm being flippant, but yeah. Michelle saying we'll have to create a calendar for next year instead of a diary. Picture round photos for each month and maybe favorite quiz questions. I've been thinking about this, so I've got some ideas for some stuff if anybody is interested in some wacky merchandise for Lopez quiz. I know that some people have been making their own. They're very impressive. I've been impressed at the mugs I've seen pictures of. So I've come up with some ideas, stuff that should hopefully make you laugh, etc. So we're going to move on to the sports round, ladies and gentlemen. The sports round, some people's favorite, most people's least favorite. But look, everyone gets a chance. There's a round for everyone, all right? Do not stress about it. Here we go, sports round. Question 1, ladies and gents. How many pockets does a snooker table have? How many pockets does a snooker table have? We're talking about a standard snooker table, not a space snooker table. I imagine there's probably a snooker table in Star Trek that has 52 pockets, but we're not talking about that one. We're just talking about a standard snooker table. For the record, a pool table, if that's any help to you, has the same amount of pockets. Or standard pool. That's okay. You thought it was Robbie Williams, not Britney. Well, to be honest, in the UK it might even have been Robbie Williams, but Britney Spears worldwide. I don't think Robbie Williams is as well known in other countries. Louise was close. She said Justin Trouser Snake. I'm guessing for David Coverdale. Is it Coverdale? Do I keep getting his name wrong? Bob loves sport. Okay, this one's for you then. How many pockets does a snooker table have? That was question 1. Question 2. French football midfielder Franck Ribéry played for which German league team? This is a piece of... If you like football in any way, you're going to know that one. French football midfielder Franck Ribéry played for which German league team? Some people think he was robbed of the Ballon d'Or the year he was, but personally, I think Ronaldo did deserve it, so that's what happened. French football midfielder Franck Ribéry played for which German league team? For 1 point. Have I skipped the question here? No, here we go. Question 3. Who captained the English team in the 1995 Rugby World Cup? Who captained the English team in the 1995 Rugby World Cup? 1 point. Gary saying get the merchandise on for Christmas. Michelle says I've been saying this for weeks too, but the truth is Michelle's been telling me to get merchandise done for years, because I came up with funny merchandise a long time ago. I will get round to doing it if people are genuinely interested and I'm not wasting my time. Martin Tucker's asked, is it Ryan Giggs, which is his go-to answer for everything? Hasn't yielded a single point yet. I don't think, that answer. Who captained the English team in the 1995 Rugby Union World Cup? Now, I don't know much about rugby, but I'm willing to guarantee it's not Ryan Giggs. Question 4. What word does para come from in Paralympics? What word does para come from in Paralympics? So why is the Paralympics called the Paralympics? For 1 point. David is correcting your spelling. Is that of what? The rugby player or the question before? The football one, I'm guessing. I'm being told comedy sheep face masks. That's an option I could do, I guess. I was a bit worried about if I'm wearing a mask out, maybe people wouldn't recognize me. A lot of celebrities have been saying it's been great because they can go out in public and they won't be recognized. I have the opposite problem. People don't recognize me even when I'm not wearing the mask. So I'm considering just getting Comedy Lopez put on a mask so people know who I am. Or Lopez quiz, just so people know to play the quiz. Do I have my mask here? So I ordered my mask from the States, from the United States. Where's that gone? That's annoying. I wanted to show you the mask. I'll show it to you in a little bit. So what word does para come from in Paralympics? Question 5. In 1985, Kevin Moran became the first man to do what in an FA Cup final? In 1985, Kevin Moran became the first man to do what in an FA Cup final? For 1 point. What clue could I give you? I don't think he wasn't streaking. It wasn't anything particularly unusual to the game, but it was a first for the FA Cup. I'm not going to say it on the feed, but have a look what Phil wrote. Oh dear. I want to know who she said that in front of. Question 5. In 1985, Kevin Moran became the first man to do what in the FA Cup final? Let's recap the questions for the sports round. And also, if you don't know the answers to any of these, just have a drink and take a guess. Take a stab in the dark. How many pockets does a snooker table have? How many pockets does a snooker table have? Question 2. French football midfielder Franck Ribéry played for which German league team? For 1 point. Question 3. Who captained the English team in the 1995 Rugby Union World Cup? Who captained the English team in the 1995 Rugby Union World Cup? For 1 point. Question 4. What does para come from? What word does para come from in Paralympics? What does the para stand for? What word does it come from? For 1 point. Question 5. In 1985, Kevin Moran became the first man to do what in an FA Cup final? What was he the first to do? A real trailblazer. Wayne said playing for Chester United, I believe, but he used a not very nice word for them. Not a fan of that team, I'm guessing. We've got some guesses for para. If you do think that's the what it is, put it on your paper. Don't put the answers in there. Oh, it was Phil saying as well. Thankfully, it was just them at home. Innocent enough, silly mom. That's okay then. But we've all made some faux pas in the past. All right, question. So that is a total of 5 points for the sports round. Let's give you the answer, shall we? How many pockets does a snooker table have? The answer is 6. Obviously, if you've ever played a cue-based game on a cloth table where you pot balls, even billiards, I believe, has six pockets. But it's snooker I asked for, and the answer is 6 pockets. We're all sharing what relatives have accidentally said, and Natalie has said that her late nan told her that her neighbor had a new, meant to say Volvo, did not say Volvo, said something else. Take a look in the comments on Facebook. I should have said on. If you're on YouTube, I'll post a screenshot on Twitter later. I'll share on Twitter, don't worry. Question 1, the answer was 6. Question 2, it is Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. If David was correcting your German spelling, which is spelled München, then you get a point also. It is 1 point if you wrote Bayern Munich or if you wrote it in German as well. FC Bayern München. Question 3. Who was the captain of the English rugby union team in the World Cup 1995? The answer is nobody cares. Nobody cares / some bloke for 1 point. Question 3, nobody cares. Question 4, it wasn't Ryan Giggs though, I promise you that. Question 4, what does para stand for? It's parallel. It was from the word parallel, because it runs parallel to the Olympics every year. Parallel Olympics, Paralympics. And question 5, what was Kevin Moran, what is it he did? Was the first person to do in an FA Cup final in 1985. It was receive a red card. I will also accept be sent off, all right, be asked to leave the field. He received a red card. First person to do so in an FA Cup final. Kim's dad corrects her every time she says Google search to goggle. Goggle search. I mean, if we were diving for answers, that would make perfect sense, but it is Google, I believe. So here are the answers for you. How many pockets? 6 for 1 point. Question 2, Bayern Munich for 1 point. Question 3, nobody cares / some bloke for 1 point. Question 4, parallel. It is parallel Olympics. And question 5, receive a red card. Question 3, you couldn't remember his name. Do I get a point? As long as you wrote some variation of nobody cares or some bloke, if you just didn't remember and you didn't put anything, you get nothing. So how many points there out of 5 did people get? We got 4 out of 5 for Bob. Well done. 4 for the overloaded encoders. 4 for Nerd Immunity. 3 out of 5 for Rosalind Foster. 3 out of 5. Total of 15 out of 25 so far. Do we actually get points for the right answer for question 3? No. No, you do not, because nobody cares. Sorry, Bethan, even if you know who it was, which, as it happens, I don't know many rugby players. I did know this one because he was also famous for other reasons, similar time. But no, even if you know, you do not get a point. I needed to see nobody cares or some bloke, a variation on this. Even worse, only 2 now. Against Everton, was it? Norman Whiteside scored for Man United and they won 1-0. Thank you, Nicola, for that trivia on the FA Cup final there. 4 out of 5 Sneaky Blinders. 2 for Trucker Tuckers. 4 points for Craig. 4 for Nicola. 4 out of 5. Turktown 2+2. Wallpapering. 3 and 3. Okay, we got some good scores. How are people doing over on YouTube? Haven't seen. So David's over there playing, David White. Haven't seen any scores yet. But let me know. Right, that was the sports round. We're going straight into the film and television round now. This is my favorite round because I love film and TV. Uh, Ray put Princess Diana's stud muffin. That is true, but I don't know if I won't accept that as a point. Question 4 to 5 for the sneakies. Would have been 5 if you let me have the rugby player. Sorry, Bethan, rules are rules. All right, this is very strict quiz. As you know, it's exactly like a real pub quiz, and the quizmaster always takes things too seriously and gives controversial questions at times. Question 1 of the film and TV round. Quick anecdote from Wayne here. I'm going to make sure it's clean. Your grand wanted an Christmas present. Uncle went to Woolworths and asked for Neil Black and Decker. Didn't know if she got a record or a drill. For which 1972 film was the entire cast nominated for Oscars? 1972 film was nominated for the Oscars. Which film? The entire cast. Bonus: name the actors. You get a point for each correct actor. So I want the name of the film for 1 point, and put down the actors. You get 1 point for each correct answer. That is question 1 of the film and TV round. Was before my time, but I have seen this film, and I believe it has been remade twice, I think. Question 2. In 1973, we're kind of moving up through the 70s here. In 1973, which comedian was the only other student admitted to Juilliard's advanced program along with Superman actor Christopher Reeve? If you know much about Christopher Reeve, you will know who his best friend was in Juilliard. Bit of trivia. Which comedian was the only other student admitted to Juilliard's advanced program along with Superman actor Christopher Reeve? For 1 point. Kim's mom calls chicken thighs chicken things. Fair. No, Steve, you're not having a point for Will Carling, alright? Take that point off there. Quizmaster's rules stick. Sorry, Gareth, no, you do not get a point for Will Carling because, as I said, nobody cares, alright? Even if you care, don't make yourself a nobody, okay? Question 3. Name the 4 names on the bride's kill list before Bill in Tarantino's Kill Bill films. Alright, there's 4 names on that list before she gets to Bill in the 2 Kill Bill movies. Name the 4 people, alright, on the bride's list. I will accept the names of the people or the code names because each assassin has their own code name as well. So name the 4 names on the bride's kill list before Bill in Tarantino's Kill Bill films. For 4 points, point for each correct name. Question 4. Who lives in the bottom of a pillar box at 221C Baker Street? Okay, who lives in the bottom of a pillar box at 221C Baker Street? That is question 4. Who lives in the bottom of a pillar box at 221C Baker Street? Question 5 is Nana's films. Nana's been dying to do this, okay? She's been waiting to go up and do this one for you. So I'm going to go grab Nana. She's going to come up here. She's been drinking sherries. I hope she's not too piddled, as my Nana would say. I hope, you okay, Nana? She's all right. I'm just going to get Nana. If you haven't played before, my grandmother is going to describe 5 films for you. She's looking for films in the library. Well, you know the library is not going to be open on Monday. It's a bank holiday. You know this. Or you're going to she's going to reserve them online. She's looking for films. She can't find them because she doesn't like Google. She thinks it's evil. So she asks us. She's going to describe 5 movies to us. She can't quite remember the titles of them. We have to tell her what the 5 films are. You get a point for each correct film title. So put them down on your paper. I'm just going to get Nana. All right, come on, Nana. Yeah, I'll help you get up. Don't worry. 1 second. Yep, come on. You describe the films. They'll tell you them. Yep. Yeah, I can help you reserve them. Oh, you don't want help reserving them. Okay. Yeah, just go sit in front of the webcam. That's okay. I'll look after you, Sherry. Don't worry. Oh. Hiya, loves. Oh, look at your little quiz friends all playing again, are they? Hello there. Oh, look what we got there. Hiya, loves. All right. Yep. I'm gonna describe some films for you. I'm gonna describe some films. You tell me what they are, so I can reserve them on the library, so I can get them on Blu-ray. And me and Ethel, we're gonna watch them over the week. And if they're any good, I'll let you know next week. All right. Right. So the films. There's 5. I'm looking for 5 films, one for each day of the week, okay? Monday through Friday, we watch films. Saturday, we drink sherry, and we watch funny videos on YouTube. We watch funny videos of people falling over and things on YouTube. We do. Right then, the films. So I'm going to say 5 you want. I want 5. 5 films. First one, the tale that lasts flipping ages. It's a tale, and it lasts flipping ages. You could say forever. You could say forever. Flipping ages tale. That's what I call it. Flipping ages tale. Okay, the flipping ages tale. That's the name of the film. It's got a big long flying sheep in it. All right, a big long. It's a sheep, man. A big long flying sheep. It looks a bit like a dragon, like a sheep dragon, like a shagan. Is that an animal? It's a flying shagan. All right, a sheep dragon. The flipping long tail, not the sheep dragons. The film is a flipping long tail. The second one, cyan siblings. Okay, cyan siblings. You know the printer colour? Cyan siblings. All right, it's got the good Belushi in it, not the other one from the dog film. So there's 2 actors, one of them from Ghostbusters, one of them from Animal House, and they're related. Are they related? They wear sunglasses. That's the set. I love it. It's like Men in Black, but not. There's more cars. It's good. The third one, film 3. So you should have 2 written down now. Have you got 2 done? The third film, The Mountains with Pupils. The mountains got pupils. All right, pupils, the whole lot, the whole caboodle. All right, The Mountains. It's a scary one, love. Yeah, it's scary. The mountains have pupils. And the rest. The iris, they got irises. Not your Auntie Iris. No. They got irises and pupils. The mountains. The valleys. Scary valleys. I think the film's called The Mountains Have Got Pupils, right? Right. Film 4. Not the channel. I don't think, is that on TV anymore? I don't have to go to the library if I got that. The 4th film, stupid and even more stupid, all right? 2 men, stupid they are, right? So stupid. Daft and even more stupid. That's what it's called. Daft and even more, or dafter. Daft, proper daft. 2 proper daft people, and one of them's more than the other one. Okay, and the final one, the 5th one, because we might have my great granddaughter around. Okay, we might have Ollie over, because she calls your mum Nana. I'm not happy about that. I'm Nana, right? The last one is called I think it's called Blank Woman, Pale Blank, Blank Sleet, Pale Sleet, and the Little Miners. Pale Sleet and the Little Miners. And there's a group of them. I don't know how many there are. There's like 6 or 8 of them there are. Pale Blank, Blank Sleet, Pale Sleet, and The Little Miners. And I think there's 6 or 8 of them there is. I'm not sure how many there is. So the films we're looking for, there's 5. I want you tell me the 5 films, lads, all right? 5 films, the flipping long story, tale, the long tale, the forever tale, Cyan Siblings, The Mountains Have Got Pupils, Daft and Even Stupider, and Pale Sleet and the Little Miners. All right, you know the one. 6 or 8 of them there are, I think. Right, so there's 5 films. You tell me, all right? You write them down on your paper. Ignacio's going to tell me, and then I can go to the library and get them on Blu-ray, all right? And then I can update my blog then, Nana's Film Blog, okay? It's on GeoCities. GeoCity, before your time, loves, okay? All right, hope you're enjoying, hope you have fun. Hope you have fun with your little quiz friends, all right? Ta-da! Bye! Give me my sherry. Well, I think she's You okay? Well, I think she's a bit on the tipsy side tonight, but that is what. But that was my nana there giving some films. So last week, my niece was playing, Holly was playing, watching the quiz, and she said that the only reason I call Nana Nana is so that she would understand, because she calls my mother Nana. But that's not the case. It's my Nana. Here's a recap of the questions for you. 1. In which film in 1972 was the entire cast nominated for Oscars? Bonus. Name the actors for 1 point. Question 2. In 1973, which comedian was the only other student admitted to Juilliard's advanced program along with Superman actor Christopher Reeve for 1 point? Question 3. Name the 4 names on the bride's kill list before Bill in Tarantino's Kill Bill films. For point for each one, correct name. Question 4. Who lived in the bottom of a pillar box at 221C Baker Street for 1 point? And then Nana gave you 5 films. So you should have 5 film titles on your paper ready. So there's 12 points up for grabs in this round. Let's give you the answers. Let's put you out of your misery. Question 1, the answer is Sleuth. Sleuth was the film in 1972 where the entire cast were nominated, and the entire cast was Laurence Olivier and Michael Caine. All right, Laurence Olivier and Michael Caine for 3 points. You get 1 for Sleuth, 1 for Laurence Olivier, and 1 for Michael Caine. They actually remade it, and Michael Caine played the older character in the remake with Jude Law. But back in 1972, when the entire cast were nominated for Oscars, it was Sleuth, Laurence Olivier, and Michael Caine. 3 points. Question 2, who was the only other student admitted to Juilliard's advanced program in 1973 with Christopher Reeve? Only 2 students that year. I think it was 200 applicants, 2 of them made it through. Superman and Mork. From Mork and Mindy, it was Robin Williams. Robin Williams was a comedian. They became best of friends, and they stayed friends right the way through both of their lives. Robin Williams and Christopher Reeve, best friends in Juilliard. Question 3. This is the list, the Kill Bill list. This would be a good bit of, I think, it'd be a cool poster, I think, with the names. That's a coincidence. Craig literally had to explain what GeoCities was to his girlfriend about an hour before the quiz started. Question 3. Oh, it's being said here Christopher Reeve was in Remake. No, that's it. He wasn't actually. Christopher Reeve was in a film called Death Trap with Michael Caine, which is incredibly similar to Sleuth. Very similar plots, but it's a different film. It's actually a parody kind of comedy film based on a simile. So Michael Caine was in all 3. The thing. But the latest remake is Jude Law and Michael Caine. The original Sleuth was Michael Caine, Laurence Olivier, and there was a film in the 80s called Death Trap, which is a very similar premise to Sleuth, but it's not Sleuth. I always thought it was Sleuth, but it's not. Yeah, 2 incredible people as well. Robin Williams and Christopher Reeve. Question 3, the list, Kill Bill list. Before you get to Bill, you have to go through O-Ren Ishii, Vernita Green, Bud, and L. Driver. L is in fact the only one that we do not see die on screen, but you got O-Ren Ishii, Vernita Green, and Bud, and then L. Driver. 4 names, 4 points. I will accept the code names as well. I don't know them off the top of my head. I know that one is Copperhead. One is, I couldn't say. If you know what they are and you put them down, then you get yourself the points for them. But I was looking for either one, the name or the code names. Don't make up your own code names now, okay? The answers are, don't cheat. Question 4, who lives at 221C on Baker Street? It is Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse lives there. Danger Mouse. And then we've got question 5 was Nana's Films. There were some super cryptic clues there from Nana. It's okay. I'm sure we've got them. All right, don't worry. So they were as follows in the correct order: The Never-Ending Story. I think she said Forever Tale. She did slip out. You did say stories. You nearly knew the name of that one. Forever Tale. The Never-Ending Story. Blues Brothers. The Hills Have Eyes. Dumb and Dumber, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I thought she was going to say it in German at one point. I thought she was going to say it in German, but no. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, The Never-Ending Story, Blues Brothers, The Hills Have Eyes, Dumb and Dumber, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. 5 films, 5 points. And Penfold, I'm told. To be honest with you, I was never much of a Danger Mouse fan. I was more of a Count Duckula kind of guy. So I don't know if Penfold actually lived with him or just came over when they needed to solve a mystery or not. If you've written down Danger Mouse and Penfold, you don't get a bonus point. You get a nice little warm feeling in your heart from that nostalgia from remembering Danger Mouse and Penfold. So good for you. Here's a recap of all of the answers for this round. Sleuth, Laurence Olivier and Michael Caine, 3 points. Question 2, Robin Williams, phenomenal talent. Apparently when Christopher Reeve had his horse riding accident and he was paralyzed, Robin Williams came in and made him laugh when he was bedridden for the first week. Robin Williams came in and Christopher Reeve said it was the first time he laughed and he knew that everything was going to be all right. Robin Williams, what a talent, what a funny guy. 3, O-Ren Ishii, Vernita Green, Bud and L. Driver, 4 points. Question 4, Danger Mouse and Nana's Films were The Never-Ending Story, Blues Brothers, The Hills Have Eyes, Dumb and Dumber, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Let's take a look at your scores. So we've got 6, well done Nicola. Count Duckula is a classic. 2 points, 6 out of 12, well done Storm. 5, got the cryptics and nothing else. So sorry to hear that, Wayne. There was a bit of a 70s skew going for this. I think, yeah, maybe that wasn't your era, that's okay. I'm sure we get some different questions next week. We got Nerd Immunity got 5 points. Thank goodness for Nana. Turktown 2 plus 2 got 7. Well done. Actress Daryl Hannah, who played L. Driver, is married to Neil Young, who Kim points out is not so young now. You're going to have to change his name to Neil Old or Cannot Neil. That's what he goes by now. The joints don't work in his legs anymore. Blues Brothers still Ray's favorite comedy movie ever. It is fantastic. 7 out of 14. Worst round ever. No points for me. I'm so sorry, Linda. But do not worry. I'm sure you'll pick up some points in the pictures round, which is coming up next ladies and gentlemen. So far, we got 56, 4.6. We got great scores coming in. 10 out of 14 for the beer necessities. Well done, Bethan. That is a high, I think, with the film and TV round for people. 7 out of 14 and 9 for the round for Phil and Kim. Okay, let's do this. We're going to go into the pictures round. There are going to be 4 pictures. I was going to say I've really made a challenge for myself this week with the pictures because there are some pretty sharp angles I'm going to have to contort myself into. If you haven't played before, I'm going to put my face like you would down at a fairground or in a beachside, seaside kind of resort or whatever, where you get the pictures that you can put your face through and have a picture taken. So the pictures round is going to be pictures of celebrities. I've removed their faces, like Face Off with John Travolta and Nick Cage. and what I'm going to do is put my face in there. You have to tell me who the celebrity's face that I am taking the place of. Okay, so we're going to start with, I'm going to put the first one up. These are very difficult for me because they do not fit very well. Let's try. So this first, oh, this is really, this is terrible. Okay. Why have I done it? This is like slanted the wrong way and everything. I can't even do this one. All right, it'll pop up on the screen. I'm just getting into position now because it's very difficult for me to see when I've started. Is that fit, kind of? Yeah, well, I can live with that, I think. Back a bit. Oh, why did I make it so far away also? Okay, so here's the first one. I can't actually get my leg up that high when I'm at this angle. You can't see behind the picture, but my leg is up that high. I'm a method actor. I'm doing this pose. So who is this first celebrity? It's going to be 4 pictures of celebrities. You tell me who they are. 4 pictures. This is the first one. Got a bit of cramp here. That's a very difficult one. So you write it down on the paper. Do not post it in the comments. That's the first one. Here comes the second one. Where is it? Okay. Second one facing this way. I think I can remember the expression this dude's doing as well. He's doing something like, so that's the second one. Put it down your paper. Celebrity number 2. Celebrity number 3. Oh, that is what my hair looked like this morning. Okay, that's quite a good one. I notice the lighting is very different in these pictures, so I'm looking pretty orange compared to this person, who is typically very, very pale. That is actually quite a cool hairdo. So celebrity number 3, and the final one, classic. Also an interesting pose, and my leg is up for this guy also. Oh, what larks, what fun we have. So that is the 4 celebrities. Imagine these in a calendar. I'm sure I can Photoshop some better ones than these. It's tough. Ali's come in with a bit of trivia for you as well, in case you didn't know. Gary Newman is older than Gary Oldman, which is a bit of a mess around in the head. All right, so I'm going to give you the answers now, if I can remember who the celebrities were. I don't know if I've got, I don't have, unfortunately, because I restarted everything, I don't have the slides of just the celebrities. But so the first one was Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice, Victoria Beckham. That was the first one. The second one was Rowan Atkinson. I will accept Mr. Bean because, I mean, it was in Mr. Bean costume at that point, but Rowan Atkinson or Mr. Bean. Then we had Helena Bonham Carter. Helena Bonham Carter, Tim Burton's wife and talented actress. And the final one, who I think I've actually done before in these, but it was a different photo, the different pose, was of course David Hasselhoff, who I have an interesting story about meeting him in my stand-up that I won't do for you tonight, but that happened. Cover of the diary, highlight of 2020 Lopez quiz. He is married to a Welsh lady. That's part of that's how I met him. As it happens, but I won't tell the story now. I won't share the story now. So hey, I hope you've enjoyed. Please tell. So you should have 4 celebrity names there. Please put down what are your marks, what are your full scores for the Lopez quiz. If you have enjoyed this, it's been a bit of a mess around, just playing around. I do apologize for the technical difficulties right at the start of the show. What a disaster. I'd like to say that I'm going to get them fixed by next week, but I can guarantee that even if I fix them, something else will go wrong. And I know that some people like to play the drinking game where something goes wrong. But I didn't mute anything this time. I didn't forget to unmute anything, so I'm quite happy about that. But I often do. But I'm going to come up with some merchandise ideas as well, tell you about them this week, post up some extra videos, that kind of thing. If you have enjoyed, please tip me. I'm a stand-up comedian, but at the moment I'm kind of a part-time quiz host. That is the only job and income I have, apart from like the one monthly online gig I've been putting on also, which is happening again next month, September 23rd. I'm putting on a live show on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. I will book a fantastic lineup for it. The last one we had Bethany Black, Dane Baptiste, Leila Navabi, and Tani Lee Davis. Okay, that's a bunch of acts live at the Apollo, Comedy Central, that kind of stuff. It was a great gig, really enjoyed it. We're doing another one September 23rd. You can buy tickets for it at comedysheep.com. That's why Comedy Sheep, the background, that is the comedy promotion thing that I used to run before the pandemic hit, and I threw that diary in John Lewis on the floor because it made me angry. If you have enjoyed this, please tip me, because like I said, that's the only income I got going on right now. It's kind of keeping me in coffee. You can tip me the price of a coffee or two. Keep me and Michelle in coffee and cakes at ko-fi.com/comedy Lopez. All right, I will post it up on the screen. You will see at the end. Can someone give you the pictures round answer? You missed them. Storm, yes, it was Victoria Beckham, Rowan Atkinson, Helena Bonham Carter, and David Hasselhoff. Folks, put up your scores. I do want to see them. Hit them up on Twitter as well. I want to see your setup. If you're playing there with a screen on your phone, if you've got a hedgehog watching in the garden, please show me. That's incredible. Right? I like that I'm crossing over into the animal kingdom now as well. I think that's going to be where my career is headed from now on. I'm going to be entertaining. I'm going to be an animal entertainer, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Get your cats and dogs. Buy a ticket for comedysheep.com, September 23rd. And we're going to have fun. Zoom and YouTube as well. And as it happens, the comedy gig, we haven't had any technical difficulties. Just when I'm running other stuff like this rubbish, like the screens and all that kind of thing. Guys, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh no, 9 in total. That is a bad score. I do apologize, Linda. Look, you send me some questions you want me to ask, and I'll think about it. All right, we'll do it. We'll have a good one all around. Thanks for joining me. Remember, at Comedy Lopez, hashtag Lopez Quiz on Instagram, Twitter, all of that sort of stuff. But again, thank you for playing. What I'm going to do now is drink my Jack Daniels and Coke. So here's to making it 6 months into this pandemic, ladies and gentlemen. 6 months, 24 weeks. I can't believe we're all still playing and having fun together. It's absolute delight. Thank you so much. Thanks for keeping Michelle and I going. Thanks for keeping us occupied and enjoying. And may you all be healthy, happy. Have a wonderful rest of your 2020. Let's turn that diary around, all right? Let's make it work, and let's have a happy one. Yes, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you next week. Take care.